What is going on, guys? It is Ahmed, and I am here today to tell you guys what stocks I am going to be watching for the month of March. These are stocks that I am not only short term on, but very long term. But regardless, I think because of the recent dip, the recent pullback that we have seen, I think these are stocks that have potential to substantially recover throughout the month due to short term and long term catalysts. The first one we're going to talk about is Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA. If this is not part of your portfolio, you know what you got to do. So since it's dipped, March 5th, so about a week ago now, it's recovered 22%. For a company that has a $640 billion market cap, if you just want to fathom 20%, that is basically $120 billion coming back into the company. That is liquid money coming back to the company. Guys, that's not a number we need to just overlook. Okay? So that's the first thing I'll talk about is Tesla. This is one that I've been very bullish on for God knows how long. I've been holding my shares for a really long time. Established a substantial position back in end of the summer, August-ish. So regardless, since then I've saw very decent returns. But guess what? I'm not looking to sell. I want to hold Tesla for 5 years, for 10 years. I want to see how this company performs because their management, their CEO, Elon Musk, is a man I truly believe in. So for number one, again, Tesla is one of these that I am looking to just continue holding and owning. And again, just a quick glance at tip ranks, right? They're the ones who kind of determine. They have analyst ratings, which I truly do think are valuable, especially for us retail investors who aren't in the game necessarily 100% all immersed. Most of us are working 9 to 5 or we have day jobs, but these guys do this for a living. You could see on the very low, there's a $67 price target. Now, this is by a 0-star analyst, so I'm not going to really think much. She's probably just one of the bears, one of the short sellers, whatever you want to say. But on the very high $1,200 price target for Tesla stock. Again, and these are, from Morgan Stanley. We have some of their, some 5-star analysts saying $725. 5-star analyst, $1,036. These aren't values that we need to overlook. And I think easily, as Tesla continues to produce their fantastic vehicles, disrupt the entire energy sector, this is a stock that is one that we should hold and keep holding and increase our position on week to week, month to month. But again, guys, not financial advice. Rather, I'm just letting you know what I'm doing and the plays that I'm in and how I'm trying to handle those. Now, before I proceed, I do want to give a quick shout out. If you do want to support the channel, you do get 2 free stocks when you deposit $100 into WeBull. Use my link below. Get your free stocks. Why not? Diversify your brokerages. Not only diversify your portfolio, but also you can make multiple portfolios. That is totally fine. If you're a user of Robinhood, I respect that. For the 1K to 10K, that's what I use. WeBull is just another one that you could potentially look into. They have some fantastic offerings, especially you could trade in the pre-market and the aftermarket. So hours before the market opens, you can start buying and selling stocks. Now, the next ticker symbol, of course, I've mentioned this one numerous times on my channel, Zomedica, ZOM. Short-term catalyst on the way. The true formal launch is anticipated the 30th or 31st of March. So guys, this is one that I've been reporting on heavily on my channel, but I truly think that it has some long-term potential. So again, keep Zomedica on your radar. Again, an animal diagnostic company. If you haven't done your research, do some research. Go back to all my videos. I have probably a dozen videos by now on Zomedica because I'm truly long. Been in it since 44 cents. Averaged up, since then. We're currently trying to average down on some positions that I got into. But regardless, Zomedica, look into it, disrupting the animal diagnostic sector. And I think it has some very, very strong potential. Next ticker, 3 of 4. So guys, I'm going to talk about 4 total. SQ, Square. Guys, this is one that I talked about when the market was dipping. I told everyone on my Discord. I mentioned it on my Patreon. So if you're a Patreon member, you know that I mentioned this one as when I was looking forward to buying the dip. And also I mentioned it on my live stream. So we saw Square pull all the way back to $201, right? Found its strong support there. But since then, it had its pop, 17.68%. But guys, guess what? If we look at the even 1 month, you could see here, it's still down 17%. Sure, it was down more, but again, it's potentially in that buy zone. Do your research, look into the company. Again, they're looking specifically at the company's focused on, the markets of software and hardware payments. So again, they're trying to help small businesses and big businesses alike, have better and safer payments, both software and hardware. So if you've probably seen some of those things at small coffee shops, they use the Square. That's what they call it. That's where you can just swipe your card or give it a scan. That's what Square is trying to infiltrate. That is the place that's the market they're trying to disrupt. Currently at $100 billion. I think this company has a long way to go. So you could see they were just 5 years ago, they were pretty much a nobody. That's when they IPO'd at $12. Since then, up 1,600%. And I think this is just the start. So Square, ticker symbol SQ, keep this on your radar. Last but not least, one that I talked about early on my channel that people questioned. But again, I'm very optimistic about the stock, and that is Danimer Scientific. Ticker symbol is, I want to say DNMR, but I'll fact check that before I end the video. Yes, DNMR. So Danimer Scientific, guys, if you look at the 6 month, they were actually a SPAC, a special purpose acquisition company that I talked about pre-merger. And I think I mentioned it around $25 to $26 was the price. We saw it run up 150% since. But again, a significant pullback with the market pullback down 42%. So again, Danimer Scientific, if you haven't visited their website, please do so. I have this up here. Let me make my screen a little smaller so you guys can see. But this is a company that is literally looking to make biodegradable plastics. Now, with the Biden presidency, when I've covered this one back in December 2020, I mentioned some of the big focuses for Biden when he took office is he wants to focus on environmental change, climate change. These are the things that he, as soon as he got into office, those are the things that he signed off on and said, all right, these are my executive orders are to help change this planet, and I'm looking to potentially make this world a greener place. So a company like this here, Danimer Scientific, they couldn't have went public at a better time. So definitely look at their website, look through their products, guys, because again, it truly does. It's magnificent how they go through and ensure that we have these biodegradable plastics, our plastic bottles, and the fact is they're in all the different industries. So you can go through the website, do your due diligence, do your research, look at their, balance sheet, something that I always encourage, look at their executive team. So guys, again, this is a company I am very, very, very long-term on, very bullish on, but I truly think that this company here, Danimer Scientific, is going to be a winner. And I can't stress that enough. They've run up quite a bit. And from, again, right now at 37.09 from its all-time high, if we look at again, it's a little more than a month ago, just about a month ago, as you can see, down 42%. So yes, maybe it did have an unprecedented run-up, lost half its value, but regardless, I think now, instead of worrying or trying to figure out where it's going to bottom, potentially averaging down, buying the dip, right? Averaging down and buying the dip. That's what I mentioned the most times. So everyone has been asking me what are potential strike prices for companies I talked about. So for Tesla, we kind of saw it pull back, but currently right now there's resistance at 673 and support at 570. So if we find Tesla at 570 pulling back there again, that's where we're going to strike. Another one, 526. If it pulls back to 526, that is another strike point. And lastly, which I truly don't think it's going to get under $500, but if it does, 448 will be the next strong support line. So somewhere around there might be a good buy zone. Now, Zomedica. We talked about this analysis pretty heavily, but guys, we have support on 196, and guess what? That's exactly what we saw today. Came down to around $1.96, and then boom, popped right back up afterwards. 195 it looks like, because of that support line, up 4%, back to $2. So again, guys, it's resistant at 218 and 283. Now, if we can get past that 283 resistance point, I am very confident that Zomedica is going to literally just skyrocket. Hopefully hit that $5 price target that we're all hoping to see. But regardless, anything even close to $3, that's when we start considering setting our trailing stop losses. SQ, ticker symbol for Square. All right, we have support at 214, currently sitting at 226.73, and the aftermarket at 226. So guys, if you're looking at potential buy zones, if it pulls back to 214, you got to pounce. If it pulls back to anywhere near 201, 202, got to pounce. And then again, 190, 191, that's where I love the stock. But even at current value, getting some skin in the game is A-okay. If we break through that 231 resistance, we're going to continue to see it rise and blow up. So again, very, very bullish on SQ. Of course, do your research. This is not a video for due diligence or a deep dive. Rather, I just want to give you guys information about plays that I'm looking at for the month of March, although we're already a week in. Now, Danimer Scientific, currently there's support coming up actually at 36.36. So do I think we're going to see it pull back down to 36.36 if we look at the 1 month? Right now, it's, it kind of did bottom out around $32 around that support line, but it found support there strong and it bounced since then. So if the overall market pulls back, it might come back down to that support line. And if it does, that's when we'll, add some shares into Danimer Scientific. If it pulls down even more, anywhere near the $24, $25 range, another time for us to buy. So those are the final two for Danimer Scientific. Guys, I hope you really started enjoying these videos. I am really having a lot of fun making them. And as always, thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, everybody, keep investing.